मुंबई से पुणे तक सिर्फ 40 रुपीज में।
Rahil, Ketan and Nikhil started this company in 2019, bringing innovation, technology and design.
So we are the only electric vehicle company in India where we have a portfolio of both the scooter and the motorcycle.
Hop Electric has sold more than 30,000 bikes and opened 150 outlets in just 3 years.
Developing an electric two-wheeler and assembling it requires a different skill set, which a lot of people who used to work traditionally in the mechanical segments have not been equipped with that knowledge and the skill set.
Their e-scooters cost just 65,000 rupees.
स्कूटर्स के लिए हम वैल्यू सेंसिटिव लोगों को टारगेट करते हैं। वो कन्विंस हो जाते हैं प्राइस सुनते ही। बाइक पे आपको अपसेल करना पड़ता है लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स।
And the craziest part is, you can control your speed just by using the Neuron app.
You can also set a geo fence and say कि अगर ये बाइक इसके बाहर जाती है तो या तो स्पीड कम हो जाए या बंद हो जाए।
We are here in their manufacturing unit to understand how this EV business runs.
Because we were too small, the suppliers, they were not interested in talking to us. They're already supplying to the likes of Hero, Honda, Bajaj. We have to convince them to work with us. It took a lot of time, energy, resource. I started my first business at the age of 17. So I was earning $1.5 lakh every month. I was doing this using a food retail business which I operated during my college years. That gave me a taste of business and entrepreneurship. But then I thought to myself that I really wanted to be a part of solving a bigger problem. And that led me to dive into climate tech. Electric vehicles became an answer. Then I launched Hop Electric in 2019 along with my two other co-founders, Ketan Mehta and Nikhil Bhatia. So we are today at Hop Launchpad. This is one of our flagship R&D facility. So let me take you inside.
Yeah. Sure. Okay, so in terms of the name itself, it's very interesting. How did you come up with this name?
So we were thinking, it has to be around mobility, but 3 or 4 letter word. So we thought hop is not a bad name. We are anyways hopping from one place to another place.
With an electric vehicle, for shorter distances, people are more comfortable. But for longer distances, how much can this bike go?
So these bikes can go to a maximum range of 150 kilometers.
Do the bikes also have battery swapping?
No, they don't. We opted out of swapping for this because of the functional safety issues. Swapping is an immediate solution because it cuts down your 5 hours to 2 minutes. But you do that at a cost of reliability. Fast charging, on the other hand, you will cut your charging time from say 5 hours to say 30-40 minutes.
So can you please tell us what are the cool features about this?
So we have a Bluetooth speaker. Like if I start the bike, you can have the retro thing going on.
Oh.
So if you just lean forward and the voice changes with the modulation of the throttle. If I realize those pain points the customer have and I wanted to build those things into the product so that he does not have the insecurity of buying an electric bike versus petrol. So you saw the bike. Now I'll show you how it's made.
Sure.
Okay. So this is where we do all our battery designs. We select the cells, we test them, we validate them for a span of 9 months and we make modules. And then we use these multiple modules on top of each other to make pack.
So currently, where are you sourcing these cells and these battery modules?
So we do procure our cells from China, but we are working closely with a lot of Indian companies to domesticate this, and probably in the next 18 to 24 months, you will witness India-made cells.
Comparing to the industry standards, where is your battery pack right now?
Say if the industry standard is 5, our pack will be 8.5. Where we are headed next is our design lab. So what you see on the boards are the concepts which we start by designing. हम UX UI करते हैं, उस पे CX करते हैं, पूरा research करते हैं. उसका एक combination लेते हैं. We sketch it out and then we get that design into the real life. So we use clay model and we sculpt that system in curves to see the viability कि वो जो design हमने बनाया है उसकी width, proportion wise, design wise सही लग रहा है क्या? Then we scan it. Once we scan it, we make a 3D model out of it. And फिर वहाँ से हम start करते हैं अपना simulation का काम, surfacing का काम. And फिर वहां से गाड़ी आगे बढ़ती है प्रोटोटाइपिंग के लिए. If all the components are designed, you will take around 12 to 18 months. But if you have to design any component, it will take another 18 months. So consider 2 to 3 years to be the time from concept to mass production ready model. So yeah, this is our design room. I'll show you the test rig which we've built. The longest time we take in our development process is the testing and validation. Behind me, you can see the machine which we have designed in-house, which tests for all the NVH characteristics. So it can test for high loads, low loads, accelerations, braking, all of that. 1 kilometer here translates to 100 kilometers on road. We also do external testing. हमारे test riders हैं जो कि पूरे दिन गाड़ी लेके यहाँ से वहाँ जाते हैं. And we test in different terrains so that we take real feedback. So we do have an app which we call Hop Neuron. That is an intelligent and connected platform that controls the assets. The assets here are the bikes. You can also set a geo fence and say कि अगर ये bike इसके बाहर जाती है तो या तो speed कम हो जाए या बंद हो जाए. Those things are enabled because we have the intelligence built in from scratch.
Who's the most creative in the three of you?
So I handle the product. So
Okay.
I will not
We can
say I'm
clearly see the
most-
passion for the product. Clearly, a great
I handle
passion.
the product and strategies.
You have the most fun part of the job then.
Sorry, Nikhil and Ketan.
So can you tell us more about how the company is currently functioning, how the leadership functions?
So Ketan is the CEO, I am the CTO, and my other partner Nikhil is the COO. So then we have supply chain management, then we have a plant head, service head. So between those, the higher management, and then we have teams in engineering, product, design, SCM, CRM, admin, a lot of so this is our R&D testing validation lab. Then we'll move to one of our retail outlets where you'll have a first-hand experience of what a showroom of Hop looks like. So let's go. This is one of our FOCO stores. We have 175 stores in 16 states across 100 cities. This year we'll be expanding more.
What is the average service charge?
Less than 500, 600 rupees. That also happens after every 5,000 kilometers. So on a yearly basis, we only have 1,000 rupees.
What are the main ways that your customer gets to know about?
Start of the funnel is usually while people are searching for buying an electric vehicle, they look us on different portals. So we are present across all Bike Dekho, Car Dekho, all the auto portals. And plus we do a lot of advertising in terms of print, radio, TV. So those marketing channels lead us to a top of the funnel, which uses down to say creating a lead network of different pin codes. Then we transfer those leads to that certain pin codes, owning those stores. So we probably transfer say 100 leads probably every week here. Out of that 100 weeks, if 2 or 3% of that leads gets converted to walk-ins, or probably you can get a test ride, 1 or 2 people gets to the buying decision, that gets converted. So our adoption rate is more like 2% over 100.
When you hand out franchisees, so is it like on the royalty basis or it's like per sale basis?
So it's of course per sale. What we do is we fix a margin on every SKU, and depending on the SKU he sells, he earns out a profit margin. So for example, if a product is priced at 1 lakh X showroom, there's a price known as dealer price. So we sell that dealer price to the dealer, and the dealer price adds his margin, which is sanitized buzzers. He arrives to the X showroom price. That X showroom price is what is quoted to the customer.
When it comes to setting up a franchisee like this, what is the minimum capital that someone would need?
So we have 3 categories of dealer. So master dealer का requirement होता है 1500 से 2000 square feet area. So उसका capex investment will go up to above 50 lakhs, including 40 vehicles. और उसमें हमारी brand fees होती है, marketing collateral होता है, know-how होता है, service का station होता है, सब कुछ. Then we have dealer. Dealer का investment होता है around 30-35 lakhs. But vehicles can be dropped to 24 vehicles. And the sub dealers can start with 15 vehicles.
So how many SKUs does Hop have?
We have low speed category, that's entry level. Then we have a mid speed category of family scooters, which is priced around 90 to 1 lakh. Then the highest is the Hop Oxo, which is 1.3 starting. And then we have battery options. If you consider that, we have around 8 or 9 SKUs.
Can you tell us about the pricing strategy?
So we are the only electric vehicle company in India where we have a portfolio of both the scooter and the motorcycle. So we have designed the scooters in a way, our price starts from 70,000 rupees and goes to scooters 1 lakh. Motorcycle mein we have played a different game. We have kept the pricing starting from 1.3 all the way up to 1.75 lakh. So there are 2 different strategies. Scooters के लिए हम value sensitive लोगों को target करते हैं, जिनको पैसा बचाना है, जिनको एक ease of mobility चाहिए. Those are easy to find people. वो convince हो जाते हैं प्राइस सुनते ही कि आपका 70,000 का स्कूटर है, एक्टिवा आज 1 लाख रुपए के आती है और ये 70,000 में भी आप 90% कम बचाओगे देन एक्टिवा. बाइक पे आपको अपसेल करना पड़ता है लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स, फीचर्स, टेक, longevity, reliability, design. So because it's aspirational, we can command premium, but the premium will only come today when you're offering better value than others. We also are one of the beneficiaries of the PLI scheme, production linked incentive for electric vehicle. We are the champion OEM for that. And there are only 2 companies in the new investor category, Hop Electric and Ola Electric, which are eligible for this. And for that, we get 13% of top line as subsidy back. So that gives me a competitive edge in pricing as well.
Okay.
I'd like to call upon my master dealer. So Mr. Devesh, he is the owner of the store and he operates the store. So I think he will better answer the question.
In a week, how many EVs do you sell?
Around 7 to 8.
So it's almost one every day.
Okay, what is the credit cycle for this?
Dealer gives advance 100%.
100%.
Wow, so that optimizes your cash flows a lot.
So we take credit from our suppliers. We take advance from the dealers. That puts us in a positive cash flows.
Do you also offer any financing for your customers?
There are 3 categories. First one is banks, which are the best one. But the problem with the banks is they look at your credit history, and a lot of people who are coming in does not have the solid credit score. Then we have NBFCs who are a little relaxed, but still have to look at the credit history. And then third, we also have our own NBFC, RE Capital, so which we use to fund customers which are not funded by say anywhere else. So uske liye we look at a different situation. So we do it by controlling the assets via the Neuron, if he does not pay the premium, we can turn off the vehicle. Or if he defaults on 1 month, we can lower down the speed. So we can nudge him in the direction of paying because we do have intelligence on board.
That is the perfect use of
No use of tech.
technology and finance and perfect balance.
So welcome guys, this is Hop Megaplex. This is the place where the vehicles get assembled, they get produced, they get quality assured, checked and dispatched to the dealers. So this facility is a 60,000 square feet facility spanned across quality, assembly, FG, finished goods and inward material.
Can you please tell us what are the initial challenges while setting up a factory like this?
Electric vehicle is a new category. Developing an electric two-wheeler and assembling it requires a different skill set, which a lot of people who used to work traditionally in the mechanical segments have not been equipped with that knowledge and the skill set. So we upskill those guys to a level they can work here. Also, across India, we have 100 plus suppliers. So logistics should not be a problem. So we chose our industrial area where the connectivity of highway, connectivity of rail and connectivity of air are well suited. And it comes at the intersection of good pricing of the land and how you can do all those things.
So when did this factory get set up and when did you start operations here?
I think we started operations around mid of 2021 and it's been 3.5 years now. We have produced a lot of vehicles, like 25,000 vehicles to be precise.
So what were the biggest setbacks that you had faced?
What happened initially was because we were too small for the suppliers even, that they were not interested in talking to us. Because why? We are going in to ask for 500,000 numbers ka de do. They're already supplying to the likes of Hero, Honda, Bajaj, which they take 2 lakhs per month. So the scale was minuscule. And because of that, we have to convince them to work with us in order to create new toolings, new drawings, new development of component. And it took a lot of time, energy, resource. Then we got hit by semiconductor crisis. There were a shortage of chips and the prices went off the roofs. So we have to manage the BOM also while managing the availability. The good thing was, so we designed all of these components in-house. We were able to shift from one microcontroller to another microcontroller and rewrite the code because it was all in-house. Second setback was funds, the working capital, the financial situation. Because we need to stock like the cells and some core components that we import from China, which have a 2-month window that we need to import them. They will ship it 30 days shipping time, then वो clear होता है, फिर वो आता है. So you have to manage the working capital of that particular component for 2 months. So we manage that by financing, by different debt instruments. So a lot of challenges came the way, but being the Ziddi founders we are, we went through and navigated those challenges. Yeah.
So only once you had all of this set up did you start going to dealers, or when this was getting set up in parallel you were reaching out to potential dealers?
We set up this facility when we actually hit around 15 dealers already.
Oh, okay.
And we were servicing those from our launch pad. So hamare case mein, we don't need much space if you don't have much volumes. We only moved into this facility once we hit a critical threshold that we were not able to service through that facility. And today in this facility, we can give an output of 1,25,000 per annum.
Can you walk us through your 0, 1, 2, 3 years and the revenue that you've made through the years?
Yeah, so year 0, we were just pre-revenue. So that whole year went into developing the stuff, building the capacity, so we invested. Year 2 was very fundamentally changing for us because we went from 0 to 35 crores in a single year.
Wow.
Oh. Yeah. This is year 4 right now and I think we'll be closing at 120. We're expecting the next financial year to be around 250 to 300 CR.
What are the marketing initiatives that you are planning in the future?
I want to create very good ecosystem and networks of great service centers and great dealerships across few cities, but that few cities can give me a lot of demand. This is one which can be Gorilla. What we are doing top down is we are trying to create more online presence, partnering with influencers, partnering with content creators to get the word out.
Where do you see Hop Electric in the next 10 years?
I think 5 years will be number 1 in the category of motorcycle and in top 5 in the category of the whole electric vehicle. In 10 years, we will be controlling the whole energy and EV ecosystem. So we would be able to service all the supply, the demand and the transmission.
So thank you so much, sir. I think we all have hopped in now.
Change the game.